Ghana, I'm actually like, you know what, let me go out and explore more and learn more about these different cultures. And so that I'm excited about that, because now I'm beginning to actually believe in Ghana, and see the vision from the beginning. This is one of the most Pan-African countries I've been to. And it's probably the number one out of all of them. I haven't been to all of them, of course, but it might be ranking number one, you know, with my own personal experience and you know, being from America. And it's just really interesting. Like, wow, like I've been overcome by the spirit of, you know, I may not be a citizen, but I believe in what Ghana is doing, you know.
But you see, you are talking of citizens. There are a lot of citizens who don't have passport. Where's the proof that they're citizens? Everywhere.
That's true, especially up here. Oh gosh, yeah, we have everyone. And we're just like, oh no, it's okay.
They introduce the passport so that they can separate us. They introduce the visa so that they can separate us. They introduce the US so that they can manage us. They introduce the IMF so that they can manage us. You know, a lot of this, and COVID is proving all this.
Big time.
Yeah, that a lot of these were set for the last 500 years, mainly to keep Africa as just a center for all the resources that they need. But we are waking up, you know. So the other thing is that you have to have that sense of destiny, that sense of purpose. You need that. You must know your strength. You must know your weakness. You need that, and then you have to know who to connect with, because this is where I have strength, and this is where somebody else has strength. You know, you connect with that, and that will make you to be able to live here.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I felt like, well, just from what I'm observing, that the diaspora that are coming from America in particular, I was like, wow, this Ghanaian American union, you know, a friendship I found is quite fascinating how well they work together. I don't know if you've ever visited with Sister Amicus at One Africa. If you have not,
videos.
If you have not, you and Marie have to. Is it Marie or Mary? Marie, if you and Marie have to go there and experience the vibration that's there, you know, because I was like, wow, because Ghanaians and Americans are working together. They're just a family. You don't feel zero disconnect. You know, there's none of that. It's just a family working together, and they've been doing it for years. And so I looked at that example and I said, I want that to be me. You know, I want to have that, and I want to still invite diaspora to come so that I can shove them into this community, because they won't do it. It's many of them that are attempting to build their own communities, and I'm just not an advocate of that. I don't understand it. You know, why would you want to come and but maybe it's fear. It might be fear.
Okay.
You know, to immerse oneself and to get to know a culture. Yeah, but I don't know, like even in New Ningo, I noticed that there's a lot of Americans on the beach. There's hardly any culture there to me. Like, it's not.
So they separated themselves from us.
Yeah, it's almost like just America all over again. It's extremely boring to me. There's no color, there's no sounds, there's no this or that. And I'm like, you want to be invited to the wedding. You want to come to the funeral. You want things. This is where you get your network and your connections. You know, and not only that, your protection, finding good people,
wow.
You know.
And that's where you vibrate, you know, that's where your strength, you keep on moving from strength to strength. You have gone through that, you know, you have gone through that, and you have seen that this is it. And that's where you understand the culture, the family settings, everything, and how we think. And the good ones and the bad ones.
Yeah.
So you are
Now, don't get me wrong, it's very diverse depending on the region. I mean, we do have some Fulanis here, and at first they were just standoffish to me. I was like, I don't understand. How come they won't speak to me? And one day I decided to look up, well, what do you say? And I was like, oh, okay. Kwalafia, good morning. And then they just lit up like, oh, she took a moment to learn our language. You know, and so that's why I'm like, okay, it's like step by step, learning all of these different nuances are so important for a great experience here, and not being afraid to just say, you know, like just to learn a little bit of the language, especially the greetings, you know, just to get in there, find friends, find family, you know, and just get to know the cultures and not be afraid. I wish that I hope this is my newfound philosophy for diaspora, you know, not be afraid to go and sit down with the families, you know, because they're going to welcome.
I have learned a lot just by watching your video and others like you. There are a lot of them who live around Cape Coast. There's a gentleman who has a lot of farms, who admire videos with diasporans. And a lot of the time, if I want to become more positive about Ghana, about Africa, I watch your videos.
I completely understand. Yeah, you do want to focus more on those who are just moving forward and creating, positive change, because you can get caught up in that loop of complaint. And I refuse to be a part of that. Everyone knows what my complaint is, but I already know I'm going to do something about it one day, because I feel passionately about it. Even if I'm only here, how you talked about you should have a long-term vision. I say, you know what? This means I'm going to have to be here for a while, so accept that and start planning what you can do, even if it's something small, within the community. What were you going to say?
You see yes, that's true. You see the Chinese. Yeah.
I see them. Well, not really, but yeah, I know they're here.
They're not complaining.
There is not, because I hardly see them.
Look at the business opportunities.
Maybe on a Sunday. Yeah, they stay working. Yeah.
They look at anything that maybe they might come with money or not, but see them. The Lebanese have been here all these years. A lot of them. They've been very independent. Israelis are here. Europeans, they come here. They are here. When African Americans, Jamaicans come here, they should be here. You see, I couldn't imagine talking to you for, let's say, 30 minutes or an hour. It's an African American. This is what technology is bringing. I don't know. I've visited some of those countries, but talking and sharing some of these things, no. So how would we even understand ourselves when we are not talking? When we are not bringing it's not the entertainment per se, it's part of it. It's not the other things, but also talking about critical issues that will move all of us forward. Because I don't see the reason, even if you don't want to come to Africa, having some leave America, come here. You have options all the time. And that's the best. It drops the pressure, it drops everything. Once in a while you have problems, but it's okay.
It's the technology that's going to really take us off. When you were speaking, I was thinking about how there was this campaign of no one loves Black American women in America, right? No one loves Black American women because they're so strong, and we should put them with Asian men because no one wants them either. But guess what? When that campaign was launched, there was this extreme increase of Asian men and Black women relationships. And I thought that was really interesting, but they actually, not that I'm in promotion of that, but it made sense, when I start seeing them get together. It's like, well, if there's a campaign against Black women, they're going to find their love somewhere. So with that, if technology is having us to ask questions that as a diaspora and a continental African are actually interested in, but we never had an opportunity to discuss it, that's what this is opening up, and that's why I appreciate it. Because even, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, I went live and we were discussing something regarding a diaspora who are here in Ghana, but they're making all of these complaints. And so all of these Ghanaian men had so much to say, and I was just, this is interesting. And so they agreed with what I was saying, like, look, slow down here. If you have a problem, change it.
That's right.
Just change it. Right. You don't have to promote it and wave a flag about it. Just change it.
Yes. So the education is key. And I think the next one will be reading a lot, studying a lot. YouTube is the biggest university now. Very, very cheap. So very easy. You get a lot of information, more than any other. After all, the information that started in these universities, they were not for us to prosper. They were for the other. That's why when I finish university in Ghana, I want to go and live in England. I want to go and live in Canada. I see all the problems in Africa, but I don't see them. Why? Because I was miseducated. I was wrongly educated to serve the cause that's still there. So the information, editing, what to learn, and linking all this to business, to entrepreneurship, to product development, to technology is key. Because the problems are many, from agriculture to construction to housing to health sector, everywhere, to retail. So anybody with any expertise in any field, there will be, yes, we have problems, We still have to educate a lot of our people about this. But I think there are a lot of them too who understand this, and the conversation must continue. And whatever you're doing, God bless you for this, and that's why sometimes we attack the religion, because we have to. You have to leave the people so that they can use their brain. You don't have to tell them that you're not blessed. They are blessed. They just have to go and work. They don't have to get a visa to travel to America to become successful. That's not true. They just need to understand the processes to be successful here. So when people say Africa, there's no opportunity or there's poverty, I just laugh. So you don't understand. You're still talking. You're still talking like if there's no opportunity, you think the Chinese will come here. When you go to the bank and you meet them, they carry something it doesn't show they are poor. They have a lot of money because the opportunities are here. It's the problem. The problem is the way we are looking at the issues ourselves and connecting them to us and interpreting them. We are looking for the government to save it. The government is running on the thing that they left. So I'm not going to spend my time waiting for the government. They are part of they are all part of, they are victims, actually. They are victims because you cannot continue to buy all this, then your people still live poor. There's a problem. It's a symptom of something that we have not solved. So instead of us waiting for the victim to save us, no, we save ourselves and we continue to push. If they wake up, they meet us. And we will not spend our time living here complaining about what the government is not doing.
Absolutely.
Because they have a lot of, yes, and that's how you survive here. Because the moment you're looking for all these guys to blame, you'll be frustrated. Then you want to move fast, and that's why a lot of Ghanaians will move.
That's why I agree with what you said regarding the leadership, because okay, if there were great leaders, the things that the common citizen actually doesn't like, it would be dealt with easily if the leader actually cared about a situation. Such as myself, if I became a citizen and I was just living day to day, I would be knocking on their door. Please, how do we clean up this plastic? What can we do with the plastic? Did you know that we can ship it to, I think it's somewhere I think it's Belgium or something. They'll actually pay you for the plastic. And I'm like, we don't know about this, So I want to invite you to my channel because I want to talk to you about something you mentioned earlier.
Okay.
Regarding having an engineering degree, being trained in this way, but you found that it was not enough. And then next thing you know, you're an entrepreneur writing books and all of these things. I want to talk to you about that because I have a lot of people with magical degrees that watch me, but are just frustrated and not really understanding their purpose in Europe. Like, why am I doing this? Why am I being educated here? But you were educated in Ghana, but they're educated there, but there's still a discontentment there. You understand what I mean? So I want to talk with you about that, but I want to transfer it over to Eat, Love, Migrate because we need to hear your voice.
Wow.
We need to hear, because I mean, you and your wife have accomplished so much just eating locally. The reason why I'm saying eating locally is because this is something that we would say in the West, which is very valuable to those who know that it's important to eat seasonally, eating what you grow in certain seasons, like there's a lot of value placed on that. Yeah. And so you're the second person that I've met who is educated here and has been successful in their own right. And I'm just like, these are the people I want to meet. Why are we acting like there's nothing here? Everyone that I've met has a job or they're working for themselves. And it's almost as if like I have to go to Europe in order to be someone, but yet I get all these